My life has been a journey of not being who you are. It's not healthy at all. Why am I worried about what people say? I heard them. You are doing okay. You're doing just fine. In this life, on this journey, I need to get this. Thank you for tuning in. Hopefully I'm all the way in the camera because I am doing this testing by myself, going back and forth. And you know what? I'm just like, it is what it is right now. And I'm sick, so, but I'm not going to let that stop me. So hopefully my head is not chopped off. If it is, hopefully you can see my eyebrows. And by the way, I've been having trouble for the last 2 years with my eyebrows. I've been watching videos. Can you see? Like, they're different. And you know what I said today? I was just like, it is what it is. Today is definitely a day of it is what it is. So if you guys out there know some tips that can help me get my eyebrows to be not just popping, but uniform. Because I think one is going this way, then one is going like that. But who cares? I'm here today, so I'm happy. I'm excited to be here. But anyway, we're going to move forward from all of that. But please, 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 if you have any tips, or you know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody, or you have somewhere you can refer me to or a video for me to watch that's going to help me get it, leave it in the comments because I really need help with my eyebrows. That's the thing that I've been struggling with. I've been coming in with drawing on eyebrows that like, bold, like, woo, I'm here. And then I've been coming in with eyebrows that's like,
it was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
Kind of like what today is too. So one is up here. I don't know how to make that face, but one is up here and then one's down here. So I really need help. I need y'all help. I'm not perfect. I don't claim to know everything and know how to do everything. So today is what you get. So anyway, how many of you out there have been told that you're just too nice? And for me, that has been my life story. You too nice. Oh, if I was in that situation, I would live this, and that. I've been told that my whole life, especially by my oldest brother, but he didn't say you too nice. He said it in a different way. I'll tell you how he said it. Then my sister actually said, you too nice. People that I know, that know me closely, oh, you too nice. And what I mean by that, and the reason why I asked this question, because this was such a transformational moment for me when I got it. Not during all of these years growing up, you know, teenage years to young adult to now. I'm still a young adult. But to my younger adult life, I've always been told, you're too nice, you're too nice, you need to say this, you need to do this, I want to do this, I told that, I want to do this. But I never really took heed. I heard them, but I never took any action on that. And so my life has been a journey of people pleasing. How many of you can relate to that? And I'm not, you know what, my YouTube channel is for the people who like it raw, uncut, uncensored, not filtered. This is for you. If you're looking for realness, I'm not trying to be up here, be perfect. I'm trying to just tell you my journey, tell you my story for the people that this story is for, to help them relate and be inspired to maybe do something better. Not even just different. Of course, everybody should be different and unique, where the world is such a beautiful place that it's just so amazing how so many people are here and we can be that much unique. Like, everybody's different. So I'm not trying to be on this channel or do a video so you can be like me and get used to me looking away, because when I talk, sometimes I'm thinking and my thinking causes my eyes to drift. So you might be like, what's she looking at? But I'm looking at you, even though I'm not looking at you. But back to what I'm saying, so I don't get all the way off track. And actually, what was I saying? Because I did get off track. I've been told so many times that I'm too nice. And what that has, being too nice, let me tell you what being too nice actually is, what it does. Being too nice causes you to fall in the trap of people pleasing. Making sure everyone else is good. Making sure everyone else is comfortable. Not setting your own boundaries. Not really stepping up for yourself in a way that you should step up for yourself. Allowing people to run over you. Placing yourself down on the floor and being a doormat. Being too nice is really not being, if that makes sense. It's really not being at all. Not being who you are. Because if you cannot stand up for yourself, if you cannot set boundaries, if everything is always to please and comfort and appease everyone else, are you being? Or are you just a puppet? And I think you're a puppet. How do you do that? How do you do it? I don't know. Strings? I don't know. Anyway, that's why I'm not in that field. But you're a puppet, pretty much. And a puppet is not really real. A puppet is real, but it's not really real to themselves. They are only there for the sole purpose of being a puppet, which is strings pulled this way, then strings pulled that way. Yeah. Sound. Be mad. Whatever it is, that is a puppet. So I have lived, and you know, it's kind of sad to say, but it's real. I have lived my life as a puppet. People could pull me this way because I was too worried about making someone uncomfortable, making sure I'm on the good side, especially in the workplace. Especially in the workplace. I don't know what it is, or even how I got to the point of just in the workspace, like, oh, make sure you're good, make sure everybody else is good. Do your job, of course, but don't get on anyone's bad side. Make sure everyone else is good. What that did was cause me not to speak my truth. Not that I was lying, not lying at all, but not to speak up and stand up for myself, to really take on the weight of everything else to make sure everybody else was good. And that is not healthy at all. That's really not healthy. That's not what we're called to do. We're not called to carry anyone else's weight but our own. Yes, we can help out. Yes, we can give, we can share, we can love, we can provide. But you are meant to carry your weight. When we start carrying extra stuff and stuff that don't belong to us, then that's when the problem comes. That's when we become stressed out. We're suppressing things. We're getting sick. And remember that I believe everything starts from the inside and it manifests on the outside. That's just my belief. But it's not healthy at all. So just imagine this is how I was living my life for so many years. And don't forget, I'm young. I identify as 27. I identify as 27. Yes, I just had a birthday recently, but I'm 27 years old. But I lived my life to make sure everybody else was comfortable around me. I didn't want to say too much. Not saying that I never expressed myself. That's not the case. I did express myself at times, but it depended on the scenario, the situation. But I kept all of that stuff internally, trying to make sure that I'm good, especially in the workplace. Oh, you're good, boss good? Yes. Okay, great, perfect. Because I thought I was being strong, and I thought that I was like, I can handle it. I'm a strong person. I'll deal with it later, no matter what. You know what? Okay, sure, absolutely, yes. Whatever it is, not saying I was yes. I spoke some things, but when it came down to it, I wanted to make sure everyone else around me was good. I never wanted to inconvenience anyone. And I have always been like that. And I remember, even from as young as I can remember, I've always had this thing, like, if I saw someone didn't want to do anything for me or help me with anything, oh, you good? Don't worry. I got me. I'll figure it out. Whatever it is. I wouldn't even ask you. I would never ask you again. Like, I wouldn't even probably didn't ask in the first place. But if I was in a situation where it seemed as if all it had to do was appear as if you did or didn't want to, no, I'm not going to inconvenience you in your life. And I still kind of agree with that. Like, if somebody doesn't, no, I don't believe that we should be forcing things on people. We all have a will for our own purposes. But just to give you a little bit of backstory, that has always been me. Like, okay, if I saw an inkling, even less than an inkling, of you didn't want to, that's it. Like, no further commentary needed. And I moved on and I went on. But I have carried that for years after years, after year after year, and into my workplace. And I finally got my breakthrough. Anyway, so sorry, my earpiece. I got my earpiece in. And I know y'all wondering why I got an earpiece in. Nobody's talking to me. But I got my breakthrough. And I'm going to tell you about this story for those of you who are still here, they get bored and tapped out before. But it's crazy how and when my breakthrough came about. My oldest brother, Damien, he never said it like I said. He never said, oh, you're too nice. That's not how he talked. He always said, I would have. That's how he said, I would have. Nope. It was always, you need to say this. You need to do this. And it was really what he was saying was, don't hold stuff in. Don't just accept any and everything. What you need to do, speak up for yourself, set boundaries, and make it clear. That's what he was saying. I heard him, but I didn't really hear him. The same thing for my sister, Charles. And sorry, I'm putting y'all on blast with your names and all of that. But, well, I'm not sorry, like Beyonce said. I ain't sorry. But she would all say, you too nice. You way too nice. I wouldn't have done that. That couldn't have been me. And so I'm hearing this just not from my siblings, but from other people who know me. And all of this time, so much has happened to allow me to get to the point where my breakthrough, I learned it, y'all, and I got it. And ever since that day, I have been living on purpose, intentionally. It is just crazy. It took me all this time to really get it. And I'm going to tell you that it was the most freeing moment of my life. So, let me give you the scoop. Or not the scoop. But just to give you how it came, the story of how it came about. As you've heard in my previous video, maybe, that 2024 was a year for me, a year of fire. And I mean fire. Which I went through and I survived. And I was warned ahead of time through a dream that I had. And yes, I have dreams. And we can talk about that on another topic, another channel. But anyway, so much came upon me that year, even until now. There were so many lies being spread about me. Like, if you heard these lies, you would laugh. I told my family these lies that were said about me. They didn't laugh because they were like, wow, here I am thinking I'm going through something, and you're going through way worse than I have ever heard. And so, and they was like, no, this is ridiculous. This is absurd. But I went through all of that. It's the craziest lies. It was like P. Diddy level lies. Like that type of storyline. And it was just spreading like wildfires. Like wildfire. And I'm just like, what? What is going on? Why is this happening to me? But I stopped asking. I only asked that probably a few times. Because I'm a person who likes to grow, to learn, and to capture everything I can from every experience. So I stopped asking that, and I just said, what is it that I am to learn from this moment, from this experience? That's what I asked myself. What am I to get? And I guess it took a long time because, first of all, I didn't know lies were being spread about me at all. So found that out. Okay, address that. But to still find out that these were being spread around about me in the workplace. Drama. It almost broke me, but I knew it wasn't meant for me to be broken at that point. That's what kept me. I was already warned that I was going to get fired through a dream I had 3 years ago. If for those of you who believe in dreams, I do. And I've always had dreams since I was a little girl, as far back as I can remember. But I didn't know what type of fire it would be. So, thinking the situation, moved down some few months. I thought the situation, kind of was settling itself. Nope, it wasn't. Found out somebody is still spreading lies. And I almost went back into the original state of like, why? Oh my God. But something clicked and said, Sophia, you were doing okay. You were doing just fine without knowing things were being said about you. So why now that you know, you want to be not okay? And for some reason, that clicked. That was my moment of transformation. The transformation doesn't always have to be this big, broad, like, oh my gosh, from the rooftops, I'm on deck 27, screaming from the rooftop. All of that big celebration party. Your breakthrough, your transformation can come with a single thought that just resonates and clicks with you more than anything ever has. And that was my moment. And I got it. And I was like, why am I worried about what people say? And we've all heard, don't worry about what people say. Don't worry about people gonna talk, they're gonna do thinking whatever they wanna do. That is so true. So when that clicked with me and that resonated, it was like all of this weight that what's going on over there? Like, you hear that banging? But anyway, it was like so much weight had come up and been lifted off of me. And I'm gonna say it again. The song I think about, I'm like a bird, I'll always fly away. I felt like I could fly. I felt so liberated, like I had never been liberated before. Like, why am I sitting over here trying to please people? Why am I working so hard to make sure everybody else is good? Why am I worried about what they're gonna say, what they're not gonna say? Who cares? From that moment, I did not care. I only cared about me. I'm not saying I don't care about other people, but care about myself enough to stand up and be myself and not worry about what someone else is going to say, what they're going to think, what they're going to do, how they're going to react, how they're going to respond. But I'm going to walk in my confidence of who I am and who I'm called to be in this life, on this journey. That was so liberating. And for those of you who have not yet arrived at that destination, it's on the way. Just keep believing. Just ask God. Just say, what am I to learn? What am I to get? I'm willing. I want to receive all that I need to receive. I want to get whatever it is that I need to get from this experience. That's exactly what I said, and I said it numerous times. And I said, don't allow me to walk away and leave from this experience. And I say that now. I've said that for a year and almost a half. Don't allow me to leave from this experience without me getting what it is that I need to get from this experience. So I said, no matter how tough it gets, no matter how much I want to quit, no matter how much I want to give up, no matter how much I want to walk out of there. I don't know what this banging is, but if y'all can hear it, life still goes on. But no matter how bad I feel, don't allow me to leave until I get this get this moment, until I understand this moment, until I understand and receive and learn what it is that I need to learn. No matter what it is that I need to learn, I need to get this. Because one thing I don't want to do is leave and then go repeat it. It's just like class, college, high school. If you don't get it, when you flunk, you're going to take it again. You're not going to pass. And I don't want that for my life. So I said that, and I said that with all of my heart, all of who I am. Even though it was the toughest thing ever to do, even though it was the toughest thing ever to do, I said that, and I said it, and I kept saying it. I said, don't allow me to leave until I get what I need to get. And I finally got it. And it was so liberating. I spoke my mind, I spoke my peace, and stuff I felt didn't work out for me. Thank you for your time. Actually, this is not gonna work out for me. That's the mode I am in. It's not about being cocky, arrogant, or full of yourself. It's about knowing who you are, where you're going, your boundaries, your purpose. And I just don't believe that we were created with our emotions, our feelings, our logic, and the things that we go through our experiences to not be able to trust ourselves. We have to trust ourselves. There was actually a moment today where there could have been, an opportunity or something like that, and we got to chatting, and I'm just like, excuse me, thank you, but this is not going to work out for me. We can just end this conversation right now. Thank you so much. And you don't have to be mean about it. But when you feel that, and I'm going to talk about intuition, because boy, have I learned about intuition. Or should I say, girl, have I learned about intuition? Whoever. But I have learned about intuition, and it's not about being rude or being mean, but it's about knowing who you are and where you're going. So if something doesn't align with that, don't be afraid. And this is the liberation that I'm talking about. Like, everything I do now, and I have to sometimes, because you can it's easy to tap back into your old ways of people pleasing and making sure everybody else is good and not worrying about yourself and you're not good. Okay, I ask myself, like, when it comes to it, am I doing something because I'm worried about somebody else, or I'm not doing something because I'm worried about somebody else? And if that's the case, I'm like, oh, well, I recognize that I am doing this because I'm worried about somebody else's feeling. So scratch that. What do I really want to do? And I move forward with whatever it is that I want to do, with no questions asked, and I don't care. And it's not that you don't care about others. I care. I have a heart for people. But I'm making sure I'm good first. Because if I'm good, not saying that you guys are automatically good, that just helps the whole situation out. It's better for the whole situation. Because if I'm not good, then it's not really good for the situation that I'm in. So I've learned my lesson. It was a breakthrough for me, transformative experience, just with a thought that just resonated like never before. That's all I can say. And I didn't know which way I wanted to go, but since then, I know now. I have been living my life intentionally, even if it's for a short while since that transformation. But I'm here to tell you and to share my journey with you, because I know that I'm not the only one. I know that. And if I've gone through it and I can overcome it, so can you. So I challenge each and every one of you, if you made it to this part of the video, to question yourselves and say, am I giving power to situations? Am I giving power to others where it doesn't belong? You hold your power. It's not about us pleasing and saying yes, yes, yes to everything and whatever we need to do. Sorry, I keep doing this, but when I laugh, I have such a beautiful smile. But it's not about saying yes to everything. It's about saying yes and no to yourself. Making sure all of this is good. Because the world doesn't need a broken Sophia. It doesn't need a suppressed Sophia. It needs a Sophia. That's exactly who the world needs from you. So stop. If you at work and you people pleasing, you just saying yes, stop it. I'm going to say this because I want to really talk about this, but this is going to be another video. Trust. If the water can flow and make it all the way to China and not worry, so can you. Don't worry about what so-and-so is thinking. Don't worry about what people in a position of authority are thinking. Don't worry about none of that. Worry about you. Make sure you're good first. Make sure. And that saying is, how can you have somebody you don't got nothing to help with? Or how can you give something that you don't have? So if you're giving something and you're broken and you're not good all the way, what are you really giving? And I'm talking to myself because this whole past year, I'm thinking I'm giving greatness out and goodness out, but am I really? When I'm not taking care of myself? No wonder. So I want to challenge you to reflect in this day, reflect in this moment, and ask yourself, am I people pleasing? Am I not setting boundaries for myself? Am I doing what everybody else wants me to do? Am I a puppet? I was a puppet. And it's not easy for me to say that, but I've let go of so many things, so it is easy for me to say that. I pretty much was a puppet. And that's not who I'm called to be. And you're not called to be a puppet either, and I know that. So, don't wait like I did all these years to get what I need to get. Ask now to receive what it is that you need to receive. Be open. Be honest with yourself. And when you get it, you get it. And you don't turn back and you look back. I haven't looked back. Every decision I make now, I'm checking in with myself to make sure I'm aligned with Sophia Alexandria. That's what I'm doing. So I challenge you to make sure you are aligned with who you are. And don't worry about anybody else. Forget everybody else. Forget them. Forget them. Just like that pastor that went viral. And it ain't, he said, F them. F them. But he's talking about forgive them. Yeah, forgive them. And I've forgiven all too. But I'm saying F them in the sense of forget them. Remember you. F everybody who opposes you and stands against you when you're standing in your purpose and you're standing in alignment with who you are. F them. And I'm saying F them for forget them. Forget everybody who's walking in opposition to your authentic being, because you are valuable. You are amazing. You are so damn amazing. Remember that. And I said it. And not just because I said it, but sometimes we need encouragement from other people. And this is who I am. And this is who I enjoy being. Someone who lifts others up. Someone who pushes others up. Someone who encourages, motivates, inspires. Not to be like me, but to be you. To get the clarity that you need to be yourself. And please leave a comment if this video resonated with you, share it with somebody who you think may need this message. I want to hear this message. And don't forget to subscribe. Oh, sorry. Let's do the toast. I'm so looking forward to dancing, but we're going to do this toast. Hopefully you can see this. I poured myself a little bit this time, and it wasn't on purpose, but I thought I poured myself a good bit. But anyway, so we're going to do a toast to you, because we celebrate in this life. We celebrate you, and we celebrate ourselves. And just because I'm toasting on all of my videos, I want to make it clear. And you know what? I'm not going to make it clear, because there I am trying to make sure everybody feels good. I'm not worried about if everybody feels good. I'm worried about if I'm being authentic to myself and true to myself. So we're going to do this toast and scratch what I was going to say, and I didn't say it anyway. So this toast is going to be cheers to setting boundaries. Cheers to standing up for yourself. Cheers to expressing yourself. Cheers to not suppressing things. Cheers to freedom and liberation. Cheers to not seeking validation and worrying about what everybody else is saying. Cheers to effing them. And if you watched my video, you know what that means. Cheers to liberation and freedom. Cheers to you. Oh, I was supposed to scratch this off. I didn't scratch my tag off, so if y'all saw that, it's all right.